We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This is fielded a couple yards deep. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Here's Jackson. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. Touchdown, Washington. Calvin Ridley, 62 yards. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Brady now on 1st down. That's complete. It's Bell. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Brandon, sometimes we give a lot of these running backs credit for being good receivers, and all they catch are swings and screens. Le'Veon Bell's a full member of the passing game for the Pittsburgh Steelers, whether he's split out of the backfield or not.
Well, no doubt he can catch it, coming off a career-high 85 receptions in 2017. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Now Bell. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Star Latulippe coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded at the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Brady. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquise Goodwin, 63 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll run it here with Hunt. Ooh, the juke. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a third and just a few inches.
Detroit!
They'll try and sneak it here. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. Now Hunt. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now it's Hunt. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Redskins on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Jackson. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 18. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. A give to Bell. They find some open field here. There he goes inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because They're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Stop made there by Julius Peppers.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run. This is Hunt. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Redskins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Jackson. He finds his man, Baldwin. Doug Baldwin, 20, 10, and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Doug Baldwin, 70 yards. And the Redskins have made this a one-score game.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, 66.
On 2nd down, here's Brady. He completes it to Jordan Nelson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A nice gain at 21 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll pitch it out to Bell. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. from midfield. Here's Brady. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. The give is to Bell. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's got room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. On play action, it's Brady. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell. They get it to him running left. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Here's Bell. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. He'll go for it. It's Brady. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
On the run, this is Hunt. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. This is Hunt. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle. Clock running as the Redskins try to hurry up. They run with Hunt. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The Redskins on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. This will be fielded at the 17. Oh, he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give him much better starting position. So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Hey, it's right.
Now Brady. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Bell. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. On 3rd down, here's Bell. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard battle. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up.
And his first carry, he loses the football. Into the Redskins have it, they do. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Spins by. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Gone! Detroit!
This time, Jackson will throw it. Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Here's Hunt. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And some room to run now. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
And he
is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Lamar Jackson saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Redskins have tied it here. The extra point to come can put him in the driver's seat. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, That's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's Bell. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey, Alabama.
Shotgun now for Brady. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll go again with Bell. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd and long. Brady completes it to Lee. And it's a fumble. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on the... And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. 34 yards. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Vinatieri now for the point after. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Throwing on first down is Brady. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends are creating so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with the tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. Brady now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Wait, 20! Wait, 20! Wait! Here we go. Let's go!
Here's Brady to throw. Caught by Nelson left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Andrews. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt, and he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They run again with Hunt. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9.
Gone! Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90!
Jackson from the shotgun. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Throw left side complete. It's Bell. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Over the middle, complete. It's Goodwin. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Let's go! Move!
Play action. Now it's Brady. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. He may try and run for this. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. He'll get 7 yards there on the keeper, but still 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now. He's been terrific so far. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Cliff Averill in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Brady to throw on second down. This is Bell on the dump off. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2, now third down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Cliff Averill in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Brady got to have this one. And this is going to be incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Detroit! Detroit!
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. His throw incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Green, 39!
Now they try the right side here. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. Had a pretty good game. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Gets past one man, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because with their hope.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Cliff Averill in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. On third down, Davis. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, He looked like one of those guys.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
29, Alpha. Wait.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good